Morning guys, how are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update, a little bit earlier than usual. This is a pre-gym update rather than a post-gym update. So I'm going to do this and go to the gym rather than go to the gym and then come back and do the video. So anyway, if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we will go straight over to those charts. So yeah, you can see on the 4 hour, we lost that level, that top level we're looking at, this horizontal, which we bounced off it first, tested it again, and then the third time, would you believe it, 3 strikes and you're out. And then we obviously had that move down, where we kind of wicked down to, well, around here. I would probably have expected to come a little bit lower, but I guess these levels got front ran. The bottom of this horizontal, the bottom of this horizontal and this trend line, it appeared to get front ran, which is fair enough. There will be people with shorts that probably don't want to leave it too long before they take the position off, and as you can see, we did wick back up. So there was buying pressure there, either for new longs or for shorts. So remember, the longer term time frames are still bullish. So yeah, this is what I have been saying, is perfectly fine. This just to be a little bit of a fake out, a little bit of a test, test lower, as long as we hold. Well, we've got a few levels really. These two are the same level at the moment because they coincide here. This trend line for this larger ascending triangle, and the bottom of this this horizontal here, and then also this level down here. So realistically, yeah, on the first case, best case scenario is that we obviously held this line, we continue to hold this trend line, and then we break up, and that'll be really good. The next best option is we just hold the bottom of this box here, trade in this range, and well, hopefully eventually break up. But yeah, but trade in this range for a bit. There's not much of a problem there. Obviously the third gets a bit dicey because then we are playing around with major levels, is the 10,600, but we don't really need to discuss that at the moment because we are quite far away from it, and if we are going to make our way down there, you wouldn't expect it just to be in a straight shot now. So we'd have a few days notice to assess that situation. On the 4 hour, we will have a 4 hour 9 coming in a couple of candles. So maybe if we hold around where we are, that 4 hour 9 will give us a nice bounce in price, maybe even around this trend line. What have we got on the 12 hour? We won't obviously have any higher time frame TDs. They would only have price flipped. But if we look at the daily, yeah, daily, a sort of tweezer top going on here. I think we spoke about this the other day on a larger time frame. It will just what a tweezer top is basically a doji candle on a higher time frame, where we went up and we came down, and we are basically trading down. So if you picture that on a larger time frame, it basically and there you have it. It is sort of a doji candle where we basically traded up, came down. Yeah, and this is obviously a new 3-day candle, so we are basically down here. So yeah, obviously dojis are well, they're indecision, and at highs they are reversal, potential reversal indicators. So yeah, obviously the important level is literally where we almost tick down to. Really, it is basically the low of the candle. Although I would err especially more on the side of caution, because this was a bit of a scam wick down. So realistically, the low of the candle is I would in my mind, in my analysis, probably use around here, because sort of that's where we broke up from and went up. So on that basis, we are below that already. So that's probably why we did get this this push down, these stops triggered. But will it just be a test, for the bulls? Like kind of this was a test, we moved up. This was a test, we moved up. Is this going to just be the next test? The trend is your friend, as I always say, as everybody in trading always says, the trend is your friend. You can see we have lost the daily 21, but we have lost the daily 21. But yeah, we have lost it obviously a few times on these on basically the tests. So we lost it here, back up again, lost it here, back up again, and currently lost it here. So yeah, I mean, first and foremost, this horizontal. I don't have to choose between this horizontal or this trend line because they're basically the same place at the moment. And then this level. But if we bounce off any of these levels, we're not looking too bad. This would be especially bullish because then we would look like we are gonna accelerate to the upside. But right, let's have a quick look at those stochasticos. Yeah, I mean 4 hour coming down hard still. So obviously if we hang around where we are or move up, this will have to turn up. That will be obviously be the first one to do that. 10 hour coming down pretty hard. 12 hour has just turned over. This is problematic. But we have got that trend line that we've got to join in still, so we could have a bit of we could keep our fingers crossed and hope for a bit of a bullish reset of this 12 hour and then a move back up and just basically into this bullish zone here above obviously the sort of the mid zone. Daily indecisive, but is turning down. But if anything did look like a bullish reset, it kind of would be this, although price action is kind of down. But yeah, so we'd want to see it. We'd want to see an actual move up in price action, not hang around where it is basically. And 3-day has incidentally looking like it's turning back up, but either way it's holding up there. It is holding up there, so we'll wait to make a decision, and just to make us feel better, even though we know what we're going to look at, weekly and monthly looking great. So yeah, back over to the 4 hour. So yeah, I believe if we do hold up here, the 4 hour will turn up. The 10 hour Stokes will start to lose its aggressive pull down. 12 hour maybe is gonna bottom out. So if we can hold basically this level here, this 10,500 level, sorry, 11,500 level, if we can hold that area, then yeah, I believe things are looking good, and this is a strong area. It doesn't surprise me. It has a confluence of obviously support, so it did not surprise me that did get front ran, and we have got like quite a nice long wick now. But that not to say that we can't liquidity hunt the bottom of this wick and this zone for a wick out like we have had in these tests down here, get ourselves back up, and then that propels upwards. That is clearly one of the ways that markets, especially Bitcoin, like to operate. So yeah, we got to keep an eye on this. But I mean, as it stands, I mean, just watching price action right now, 11,800. I mean, back above 11,900, guys, which is now only $100 away, and actually $300 away from the low of this candle. That would start to look pretty good, because we have basically definitely properly tested below here, wicked down, got all the way back over 11,900, and yeah, back where we are here. And I mean, the more if you want to look at the more aggressive ascending triangle line ascending triangle line number 2, then that would look good for that, guys, and that would look literally for an imminent, that would look like an imminent breakout. So yeah, something to look at there. Dollar index as well, it's got a 4 hour 9, so I mean, it's holding up price as you would expect, but is this going to stop a trend in the middle of nowhere? You wouldn't expect so, but we did have the 12 hour 9 as well, but I did say I didn't even expect this 12 hour 9 to be able to hold up on a triple bottom, which it didn't. But maybe there is just a bit of profit taken around this 4 hour 9, because I mean, we are in a zone where you would look for a back test. So if you were holding a short position through that breakout, you would be thinking, right, I will just take this position off, and then just resell once we take out basically just over 92s. So yeah, it looks like a bit of a some trading, some technical aspects of trading playing out here. But yeah, that's it, guys. So remember, this is one other thing, BTTC.D. This is obviously having a bit of a move up off Would you believe it? Our daily 9. So yeah, daily 9, is this going to be sort of the back test? Have we had the back test of this breakdown, and then are we then going to continue lower? I mean, you can see how perfectly these levels worked out. These were drawn in obviously before. This was the target. This line was in here. I haven't adjusted or put in this line. Basically, once you break down here, this was the target. Well, I actually hope this is the retest, and then we come back down. So hopefully it's a case of forward check, back check, pay check. But we will see. Moving average posture is clearly, you don't get any more trending than that, and obviously this trend currently is a bearish trend. This is a back test of the daily 21 and of the breakdown of support level. So if Bitcoin is going to get rejected anywhere, if Bitcoin dominance is going to get rejected anywhere, it is this level. And if Bitcoin dominance does regain this level, then it would definitely be something to pay attention to. But you would still have to look to the overall strength of the trend. You'd have to give that the bias even still to force us down, much like it did down here. We had a severe retest, got into this sort of trigger zone between the 21 and the 50, and Bitcoin wasn't able to hold above there and did get slammed back down. And when I say Bitcoin, I mean Bitcoin's dominance. Bitcoin's market dominance. So yeah, that's it, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys later on today.